live. So I haven't had a chat with you guys. Just me since my qhht session last week. And I want to talk about that. I know there's a lot of curiosity behind it. I definitely had some prior to an unneeded contemplation time. Indeed. So, I just had to have one. I just had to know what it was like for one, but I mean, I already experienced a lot of messages, so I thought, ooh, maybe I might be like a really good candidate to bring some information through, and it was trippy. Accepting heaven's help, and I think this is help from the heavens. It's not just God and the angels as you might perceive it to be, but I 100% think there are some celestial situations going on that we may or may not believe in that are assisting us greatly at this time. It's been a huge contemplation time. Huge. For me, I'm sure many of you, after having the session, the qhht session, I felt like an open radio frequency. It was just catching stuff left and right. If I closed my eyes for a moment and started to relax, beep, it's like I was right back in. Which is weird because when she pulled me out of it, I felt totally out of it. But for about a day and a half, I tapped in like that if I slowed down. Self-forgiveness. Oh, yes, we will get to this. So that's been a huge component to my contemplation personally, but I think the world. This brings me to the thought process of if we were all connected, then we are somehow all responsible for everything that is on this planet. And to move forward from awareness and, the uncovering of everything, the crimes against humanity or voter fraud or whatever it is that you personally and me have that we're hung up on. And we just can't move forward into that place of love and acceptance and letting it go. It's time to forgive. Forgive yourself, forgive others. We are aware of the situation. Rectifying it is happening as much as it possibly can, and unless you're going to be the judge and jury, just let it go, because we have work to do, and that work is light and love and positivity. So unless you're judge and jury, let's move forward and get this show on the road, because divine magic will assist us. It is waiting for us to make room in our energetic fields of allowing, and that will be done through the forgiveness, the releasing, exploring our options. What I mean, you can hold on to it until your last breath, but what will it do? Unless you are the police that's going to take them down, or like whatever it is that's bothering you, what can you do about it? If you can't physically do anything about it, let it go. And even those who are doing something physically about it, let that be enough. Let it go and trust. Because in my session and others that I've seen through different practitioners, we all have a comeuppance, and we will experience everything we have done to anyone else. So let that be more positive. Negatives you can pass through. If on the most lower level of selfishness and service to self, be more positive, be more love, be more kindness, be more flow, be more compassion, be a better you. Music for manifesting. I'm taking this personal because I have slacked on my weekly challenges as of late. I think I've done 2 in 4 weeks. That sucks. Anyway, I'll get back on the horse. Music for manifesting. I don't care if it's you writing a rap of positivity to manifest the life you do, like dream, or freaking create a rap for 5D Earth, for New Earth. But listen to music that puts you in a good vibe, or create some music that puts you in that vibe, and manifest. Think of your desires while you chant, hum, sing, or play music. And make this world a better place if you can. Reach out and touch somebody's hand. If you can. I'm using my my Angels and Dolphins card. The You're Being Helped card just flipped out. But I didn't pull it. It just flipped out on its own. You're being helped. Which makes sense since it says allow and accept heaven's help. The help from the heavens. And let yourself receive it. Receive the help. Make room energetically to allow it by forgiving yourself and others. And then let yourself receive it. Because it's sitting there waiting there for you to say, come on in. But wait, there's more. Don't rush into action right now. Bide your time for better results. This is for people who can physically do something about it. I did split the fork the path there. If you are someone whose life can do something about it physically, such as judge, jury, authority of some sort, this says wait. Act through love, because those rebellious, pesky souls that are creating havoc are okay. Pin in it. I listened to a practitioner earlier this afternoon. I do it when I'm cleaning or art or whatever, and they had a similar message tag. It was the same practitioner who did me, but it was like a session from 5 months ago. We had a very similar but different. Which in 5 months ago, we could do a lot of work in 5 months. So that isn't, I'm not scrutinizing whatsoever. Change has taken place in that 5 months. The separation of the dark and the light. That's what's happening. And they said some sort of conflicting. Hi. Are you? Yeah, I'm sure you're good, Miss Pesky Soul. So it was talking about the separation of the dark and the light, and hence moving to 5D Earth, whether we're just phasing into a higher level of consciousness, or if we are actually, and when I say we, I mean the masses who are ascending and evolving right now, are going to another planet that we are referring to as 5D Earth. We're going home, or if we're just shifting into a higher vibration globally, which sounds like more of a magic trick to me than us all boarding spaceships and going to another planet. Because we have been trying for hundreds of years, if not thousands of years, to achieve balance here on Earth. And the toxins keep coming, and the crimes against humanity keep happening. And so we've tried 9 times, 9 cycles. I'm just throwing that number out there because in meditation I was told the 9 truths and 1 possible alternative. And I keep seeing this separation between the light and the dark, so to speak, as being that possible alternative is us taking our toys and going to place somewhere else. It all sounds so fantastical. But, I mean, it just, I would love for there to be a way to save this planet and clean it up and get people with agendas out of power. God, I wish it was happening. It's not happening right now. Setting our sights higher. Can everybody take a moment and meditate on the greater good for everyone, not just ourselves and what is service to us? It's such a conundrum because we're trying to squeeze enough positivity out of every scenario for enough of the masses to say it's for the greater good. Just not doing anything against another person's free will. That's all it's about. Don't hinder someone else's free will. That's the only rule. Thou shalt not fuck with another. Lest you be fucked with first. No, just simplifying your life and having faith. Oh man, I mean, if the lockdown hasn't made us simplify our lives, what will? I certainly have. I am in this teeny tiny little fairy cottage in the woods in Portland, and I moved here like 2-3 months before it hit the fan. And I mean, it's like 500 square feet, and I only use like 300 square feet of it. I have a whole loft that's just sitting there, and I thought I would go stir crazy, but I'm totally stoked. I'm always sitting here in front of this, or playing with music, or doing the garden, or hanging with my dog, or going on walks, or creating new dishes of food. Like, there's stuff that actually, you know, I'm not even getting around to art as much as I'd like to. So I'm not even running out of stuff to do. It's crazy. So simplifying your life and having faith that change is coming. And when there are 2 billion people around the planet, and yes, I pulled that number out of the ethers, but if there's almost 8 billion of us, 2 billion is not that many. You know, it's almost a third of the people on the planet who are awake and moving forward. But something I absolutely agree and I believe, you don't have to be awake to be saved during this transition if in fact a transition is taking place, which we all feel it is. All you have to do is be a cool person, man. Be loving, be kind, just be a good person. And you're good. There's no tricky eggshells to walk on for you to pass go. Just being a good person is all you need to know. Or to do. That's it. Just be good. Don't be greedy. You know, thou shalt nots are important when it comes to, hug the trees. Seriously, man. I live, like I said, in a little fairy cottage in the woods out here in Portland, Oregon, and harmony. 100%. I feel, I haven't felt alone because I'm certain there's little critters around here. And the day before I caught this elemental flyby on one of my live episodes, I was out on my porch just randomly talking to whatever may be in my cool woodland yard and let them know that they're welcome to come and say hi or get some food or just come in and introduce and excuse me, spit. What was cool was right after I had the chat, I was like, wow, that was totally natural and organic. Still spit. It was not a forced conversation. I didn't feel like I was acting. I literally just had this flowing conversation with the elementals that reside in my garden. And the very next night, we caught an elemental, and I did some cheesy slow down, zoom in, frame by frame. And it's posted on there. But we're not alone. Love the trees. Love that nature. Connect. They will definitely support you. Okay, I got Harmony, Sun, and Sage of Wands being the seer. The Harmony. We are working in concert. We are collectively bringing this into fruition. We're bringing it to pass. We are collectively manifesting a greater outcome for anyone in humanity who wants to join in. You know, come one, come all. Just come in love. Bring your love. Bring your light. And then the sun, we know what that is, which is dualistic here because there's all kinds of insanity going on. Oh yeah, I saw a NASA thing earlier that today was this massive solar situation that is traveling to Earth as we speak, and it was a level 7 something, and it's due to hit surface and past the stratosphere by tomorrow, which is the 9th. So the sun is definitely an active component in this scenario, as well as really good outcome. Just get through this. Hang tight. Be patient. Have faith. Chill. Keep it simple. Keep it positive, and don't let this cloud this. If you can stay here and not let this muck it up, you'll be fine. We'll get through all of this, and it'll be okay. And then it will be way better than okay. And I feel that in all that I am. And then the Sage of Wands, the seer, the mastery, the shaman, the insight. This is all of us coming into this level. We are all seers. Anyone in the know, anyone tapped into the awakening or the shift, all you got to do is be aware of that, and you are one of these people. You are a seer, a master, a shaman. You're coming into your power, into your truth, into your fullness, and that's fabulous. How can it not be a bright, sunshiny day if we're all coming into our badassery? Our spiritual badassery, which is hilarious because at the end of my qhht, that was the first thing I said as I was coming through it. Cute. The tribes are gathering, and even if we can only do it online, that doesn't matter. We're so powerful. We can 100% connect online on any continent and be aware that we are not alone, and love, love, love each other and support each other. Okay, I pulled anger, so let's see what other cards. First thing, the feeler, but it was inverted. And change. Okay, one more to clarify, one more. What I'm really digging about this is I've heard a lot, and passion, the 10 of Cups. Okay. I've heard a lot about a broadcast taking place that's supposed to sort of blast the world with the crimes against humanity, people, and what's going on, and who's being arrested and that kind of thing. And I'm really trying to walk past that and let that go so I can shine my light, because I don't want to be stuck here. I'm like, they should have did this a couple months ago and gave us time to process it, so we can come back to our light. I don't want to hear this last minute before we're supposed to jump ship. I want to be in my light. And I can see the bigger picture, so I cannot imagine the difficulty of that process for people who cannot. The feeler, being honest and raw and spontaneous and flowering and flowing. You know, if you feel this, freaking feel it. But I mean, sit there with it. Sit there with it. Feel it. Feel the fuck out of it. Feel it. And then let it go. It may not have any more power over you or the earth or the beings that we love and we're fighting for right now. Change, embracing the change. We are bringing the change. Collectively, we are manifesting the change, and I could not be happier. I could not be more excited. There's been a couple of moments here and there where I got the, oh, what's really going to happen? And this started to creep in ways. I'm like 90% positive and feeling amazing about everything. But that 10% every once in a while can sneak in there and just give you shit, give you a hard time for a minute. But embracing that change, man, we are bringing this change. We are doing this. It's not being done to us. Know that you are co-creating this change. It's going to be amazing. We are all standing together and going to get through this. And then the 10 of Cups, man. The 10 of Cups. As we get through that, as we dare to be wild and venture into parts unknown, being the passionate, incredible, beautiful us that we are, we will bring about the 10 of Cups. We will bring on the change of amazingness to humanity. It totally starts with us. True that. You can use that link that I gave you. It's if you want to jump in, it's totally fine. Okay, so I'm going to pull some more cards here. Okay, I have a question for anyone. For the last 2 weeks, I totally have been looking at the sky, the same sky from the same view of my porch, because my little dog goes out and potties several times a night. And I, of course, sit there and just stare at the stars. But for the last 2 weeks, I'm seeing 3 and 4 times more stars than I've ever seen before. Incrementally. And as I come out on my peripheral and acknowledge that they're there and I start staring at them, several of them simultaneously disappear. And I'm like, are you guys there? Is that what this is? Because I have the little star guide app and there's extra stuff there that's not normally there. So, and I've heard twice now a beautiful saying like, after the shift, the stars will begin to fall to the earth. And they're referring to like light ships and UFOs coming in to swoop us up. And I don't know if that's what's going on, but I love the idea that is the potential. And I'm definitely tapping into something through my peripherals for the last couple of weeks. And I'm digging it. See the videos I sent you were being okay. Cool. I can't wait to see them. The actor being this is funny because it's talking about taking your masks off. Again, with the double meaning, metaphorically and quite literally, taking those masks off. Ugh. Have you seen the memes where it says normal people and they're like covered head to toe in bags and coats and layers and masks and gloves at the store, and then it says conspiracy theorists, and they're all just loving each other and hugging each other mask free and just hanging out with no fear? I think that sums it up, man. It sucks there have been people affected by this, and it feels like it was engineered and some unsuspecting people were targeted, but I 100% think that we come into this knowing exactly what we're getting into and knowing how we're going to exit. And people are using the pandemic as an exit point. Being receptive to life, the rejoicer, being in your gratitude. The trusting the ebb and flow, and celestial, all on this one incredible card as the rejoicer, coming into the time of that. by being that in your soul and your knowing, because if you're tapped in your inner knowing, we know this is coming. And then I got reward, but it was inverted. We are coming into the reward, and you can pat yourself on the back and take this any way you want, but because you live in love and you are putting out that incredible, supportive, compassionate, kind, positive vibe, we energetically, there's a ripple effect from those actions and intentions, and they will create, it's like you are paving the way for your own reward. You're creating your own reward, and it will be your reward. You being a beautiful soul and being of the light is its own reward. But coming into gifts that are beyond our imagination, unless you are a sci-fi cuckoo. Am I being visited? I feel all kinds of tingles. I got those nice tingles coming straight up my back. The confusion, the indecision, having those moments, those bouts of this, or having someone you dearly care about and respect wonder what the F is wrong with you for not taking all this serious and wearing your mask and being the fearmonger and being irresponsible and that whole thing. It is confusing because you don't want to. What if we're wrong and our actions affected someone? Nobody wants that. We're not trying to do that. But I literally have not for 1 second been able to be afraid. Now, there was a couple of times in April and May that every time I went out in public, well, that's not true. It went all the way. It's gone all the way probably until September. Pretty much anytime I was out in the hi babies in the public, it wasn't fear, but it was like, this is happening. This is happening. This is happening now. Just let that go. Tap into your heart. Tap into your heart. Feel your way through that, because good things come, of course, coming into your compassion. Being tolerant and accepting of others, because everybody is here to be on their own journey, and all the muck-ups of mankind started with us trying to boss other people around and put our free will onto theirs and try to take their free will away because it disagreed with ours. That's where everything screwed up. That was the one primal cause of the split. We're like, no, everybody needs to see things the way we see them, or we will hurt them and get rid of them and paint them to be naughty people. Be compassionate. Respect others. Respect yourself. The end. One rule, one law. Don't mess with anybody else's free will. Fulfillment. 100%. Fulfillment. And I already feel that coming in. I don't know if you guys feel that coming in, but whoo! Energy. Fulfillment. So a few years ago, I started giving gratitude and tapping into my heart space organically. Wasn't following anybody else's way to do it. Wasn't prayer. There were no words. I just was really thankful and grateful that I was about to have a delicious orange or freaking amazing piece of cake or whatever it was. Anytime I ate, didn't matter if it was pistachios for a snack. I would take a moment, and those moments of gratitude have organically grown into the what I can only express to be 5D consciousness. It is like being in a space of the freshest air and the most incredible, clean, clear, delicious water. It's just this purity and sense of floating but stability, and there's no 3D words. I could be a poet and try to describe it, but something incredible has evolved from my moments of gratitude. Devil's play. Celebration, recreating yourself. Laughter. Enjoy your life. You're not a worker bee for a false elite. Enjoy your life. Your life. It is your life. Just don't mess with anybody else's free will. Everything else is all you. You. So, yesterday, hi Taylor. Yesterday, I made a joke about needing privacy when I'm using the restroom, right? Because I feel like I'm always surrounded by beings, and made a joke. And yesterday, of course, I'm on the throne, and I was thinking about, when was I asleep? When was I not aware? I've always been aware to the degree of like verifiable information and thoughts and understandings since I was a child. And I tried shutting it off for about 5 years. I tried really hard to shut it out and shut it up and to not know and to not be connected. It still came through all my art and stuff, so I never got away from it. I suppressed it, but it found a creative outlet to come through anyway. Sitting on the throne, and I'm like, what was the very first external contact that was made for me to realize it wasn't just all in my head? And it was the law of one. The lost lessons of Atlantis, the children of the law of one. That was the first external aha. Whoo! I mean, I was lit up with all the confirmations and that I am not alone and this is real and life is so much more magical than they're pretending it is. And as I was sitting there thinking that, I was like, I wonder if that's my closest connection. Because in my qhht reading or session, I said that my family was going to directly pick me up. And they said they were ancient beings. I'm feeling all kinds of stuff right now surrounding me. And I was like, wow, am I connected to Ra and the law of one? Am I a child of the law of one? Because in my session, they said I am their baby. They are not my biological family, but that I am their baby. And this orb like came straight up in my face, like a softball-sized orb, right when I was sitting there thinking that. And I'm like, I've seen orbs in photos. I've felt things like that. I've caught many like in pictures that I didn't see them with my eyes. And you take a few pictures and it's some green gluing thing with like a cool geometric shape in the middle of it. It's not freaking Dust Bunny. It's an orb. Other than that, I've never had personal contact with them until the last week. And I feel so much going on back here. And I had one, a big guy, like the size of a frisbee, a full frisbee, or a dinner plate, show up right here. And then last night, one about the size of two S's, dessert plate, come straight up in my face when I was questioning if I was a child of the law of one. So that's pretty incredible. I'm like, that's enough. I am fulfilled. I am done. That was worth it. Okay, let's see what cards we pulled during that ranting. Aspiration. Time to move on, man. Move forward in your nobility, because you are an incredible, magical, mystical, celestial being. The potential of what we are bringing forth for all our brothers and sisters and our critters, our animals, our elementals. Oh my God. You have any idea how big this is? Because what we're doing doesn't just affect a few billion people on Earth. It affects the cosmos in its entirety. Wow. Wow. We are sending a ripple effect of light and love right back at them. They're lighting us up right now to help that shift, that breaking apart, that separation between the light and the dark. And whew, we are sending that right back into the cosmos like a tsunami. They're doing the whew, ebb and flow. Oh my goodness. It's so amazing. I'm trembling right now. Then I got the Hierophant. This is enlightenment. This is life mastery. This is achievement of 5D. I'm proud of y'all. I'm so proud of you. I'm very, very proud of you. And I thank you from the entirety of my soul for doing the work and for believing and focusing enough to be a better version of yourself. If that's your only contribution to society, it is amazing and incredible. And you are worthy of the most beautiful gifts that life can give you, just for aspiring to be a better person. Thank you. We got harmony again. We started with harmony. That's usually when I wrap readings up, when they start coming back through in confirmation. The yin and the yang, the ebb and the flow. We are all working in concert. We are unifying all of our diversity. We are coming into the collective, focused, conscious shift to all be better, be enlightened, to exist higher, to love deeper, to be more grateful, to love and light the path. And then we got the success card. The light has won because you, my dear, are right here right now and we are having this conversation. The light has won. And I thank you in much love. I'm going to have a live chat interview with a couple of different people on Thursday night. One from Southern Oregon and one from Texas that I've met on my soul journey this past year. And one of them's my brother from another mother. He's been on my readings before, my channel before. And then my friend Jules, who I met on my sovereign path, and she is an incredible soul, and I cannot wait to hear and share what she has to say and her take on what is going down right now. And we'll talk again soon. Thank you so much for being here. Much love, much gratitude, more than words.